Thank you very much, the big patron of Mama J Aviation Vlog. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once again for Mr. That sounds more like it. He has been able to give us an insight into where the aviation industry in Nigeria is, perhaps where we should be going. He made comparisons with you don't even need to go far, just within Africa here. You only need to observe a few other countries and see how well they're doing with the aviation industry. It's really vibrant. And to think that with the kind of population that we have in this country, we should, factor in the industry. But unfortunately, we're just not there yet. Perhaps it is your generation that is going to come and change things. We don't know. If it is, well, the work has to start from now. That is why, on the same note, I am now going to call on the very next guest speaker, who will be speaking about the role of career mentoring for capacity building. The role of career mentoring for capacity building. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Olugbenga Onitolo. Thank you. Onitilo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Is it afternoon? Oh, it's still morning, sorry. So much in a hurry. I want to applaud Mama J for this brilliant initiative and concept. And it's something that has lingered in the mind of a whole lot of us within the sector, that there's no platform that allows for capacity building to be able to even engage the key stakeholders on the issue of how, like Victor said, he said training. I will focus more on capacity building. Training is just it's a part of capacity building. So I think the whole industry focuses too much on specific skills rather than institutionalizing capacity building, which is the key for unlocking the capital in people. And I applaud you, Mama J, for this brilliant initiative. And like you said, you are not the only one. You need everybody to work together. It's going to be a team thing that will help us move from where we're here to where we ought to be. I am somebody that likes dealing with data. When I have conversations or dialogue speeches, I love focusing on data. Sorry, I'm talking like a professor in the Bible. Where will I start from? I'll start from, without data, really, there's no way we can plan. We begin to talk about capacity building. We can begin to talk about developing the human capital within the aviation sector. I've always asked, how many workers do we even have in the aviation sector in Nigeria? Let's even start from there. How many workers do we really have directly in aviation? Globally, people that work based on ATAG, that work within all the jobs supported by aviation globally. When you talk about aviation globally, you're talking about tourism, you're talking about other auxiliary ones, supply chain, you're talking about entertainment, you're talking about shopping. Because when you mention aviation and tourism, most of the time people think only about travels, but people forget there are a whole lot of other supply chains that enhances that sector. And you are talking about close to about 63 million jobs globally. As of 2016, you have about 63 million jobs supported globally. But aviation in itself globally just has about 9.9 million people directly working in aviation, as statistics as 2016. Now let's come to Nigeria. Philips Consulting did a research at one time, and they found out that aviation in Nigeria, I think at 2015, 2016, and they found out the number of jobs supported by the aviation industry in Nigeria is about 254,500 jobs supported. Aviation in itself contributes about less than 3% to Nigerian GDP. I'm just being nice by saying 3%. I'm just being nice. As of 2016, I think it was about 1.7%. The aviation and travel contributes to Nigeria GDP. What? They say. No, but the information I have was a research done by World Travel and Tourism Organization, they did this research, and they said we contribute just about 1.7% to Nigeria's GDP. You are looking at about 10 billion US dollars plus being contributed, and the direct job, all the jobs that you influence, whether within the supply chain, all the other jobs within the sector, you are looking at about total population, total number of people that have been impacted, just about 1.79 million. And aviation supports directly 254,500. And where will I start? When we talk about aviation, we always talk about the launch sites, cabin crew, pilots, engineers. I was even looking at the manual. Mama J highlighted, some key jobs here, and I was scribbling some things on it. She wrote airline pilots. One of the students look at all this. Pilots, aerospace engineer, flight dispatcher. Those airworthiness. You now start looking at all those high-tech ones. I started looking at it. What about product development? What about MIS, Management Information System? Management Information Professional for an airline. Revenue management, schedule planner, commercial systems. So the industry is huge and big. But the challenge we have is we don't even have data to know how many professionals work within that industry. Breaking them down. You can say 60,000, but can we really break them down? Listen. Can we really break them down? Can we have the demographics? In terms of, for example, how many revenue management professionals do we have in Nigeria? How many commercial systems persons do we have? How many airline sales and marketing persons do we have? How many customer service persons? How many cabin crew? Or maybe NCA can give us how many cabin crew are really working? How many are certified? Maybe technicians. Most of the ones that require certification, they can give us a breakdown. But there are other key people within the sector. We don't have data. And without data, you cannot plan. Without data, you cannot plan. You cannot even institutionalize things around training. Peter gave a statistics earlier, 250 billion naira spent annually. Used to pay expatriates within the industry annually. And when you're spending 250 billion annually, your country will remain in recession. When we talk about recession, those are some of the things that pull on your foreign reserves. Because at the end of the day, you are paying most of these guys in dollars. So how will such a country grow? But it's funny. All we like focusing on is infrastructure. So we have a beautiful car park at the airport now. Beautiful. But have you trained the same people that will manage that car park to ensure it doesn't get dilapidated? To ensure the automation that is put in place keeps working? We spend so much money on physical things, but we hardly do on the people that are supposed to manage them. So still on career mentoring and capacity building. The thing is this. We spend so much on, let me go to INCAS for example. I will just be doing free flow. I'll go out some of my notes. You know why? Because I saw these young people here. I don't want to be sounding too technical and all that so that we can come to their level. Because if they come here today, they take nothing away, we're just wasting our time. Because we need to plant something in the minds of these young people. I was at a secondary school, I think they had end of the year, what do you call your end of the year? When you are moving from one class to the other. Graduation class, okay. So there was this mother that said he had a son. And the son was always, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a pilot. And the mother kept on saying, no, you have to go to university, get your degree, be an engineer. So somebody said I should have a conversation with the woman. And I told the woman, look, even if you go to university, become a mechanical engineer, whatever engineer, you cannot touch an aircraft. You cannot. You still have to go through the process within the aviation industry that trains you on how to touch the aircraft. You still also have to get a certification from the regulator. So, two things you have to do. So if your son is actually interested, why not allow the son to go to INCATS and start the process from there? The challenge is parents are not even well educated when it comes to career paths. And that becomes a major challenge. Because right now, when we're talking about aviation, all the things that come to the minds of these young people is cabin crew and pilots and engineers. Am I right or wrong? When you talk about airline, what are the things you think about? Tell me, what jobs do you think about when you talk about airline? Only how many jobs can you think of when you think of airline? You be sincere, tell me. Oh yeah. Aeronautics. Still within, still that's the problem we have created in the sector. Because we're all taught it's just a cabin crew. There's an airline I just left consulting for. There's a lady there. She spent several years as a cabin crew with different airlines. She's about 37, 38 now. And they were trying to put her to become assistant cabin services manager. But I said, me, I like flying. It's only flying that I like. I just want the plane to arrive. I just like flying. And for me, it's a sad statement for somebody that has worked about 15, 18 years as a cabin crew that has not seen being in that position as an opportunity for her to mentor other younger people with the depth of experience that she has had. I won't blame her really. I will blame that airline. Because that airline, like we did in Virgin Nigeria, has not set up a structure within where you will have a pool of experienced people. And set up a form of mentoring program and begin to build capacity. She should see herself as somebody that will build a new generation of cabin crew within the aviation industry. Because by experience, she will have learned quite a lot of things that are right, quite a lot of things that are wrong, and she will be able to impart. So that's one key challenge we have, is that when we begin to talk about career mentoring, we're not focusing on capacity building. Let me just touch a little bit on capacity building. When we talk capacity building, it looks like a big language. What are they even talking about? All this, Mr. Victor that is a consultant. Basically, capacity building is a process which involves individuals, organizations, institutions. The goal of this is to obtain, improve, and retain the skills and knowledge needed for people to do their jobs competently. That's why today, let me go through it again. I want to refer to something Victor said earlier. It's a process by which individuals, organizations, institutions obtain, improve, and retain skills and knowledge needed to do their jobs competently. I'm very proud that I work in Virgin Nigeria. I'm proud and arrogant about it. I like flashing my CV that I worked there. 2005 was when I joined. I was not even in the aviation industry. I was in telecoms. I was already an assistant manager in a telecoms company, area assistant manager. And I think I started getting bored. I wanted a new challenge. And a friend said, are you interested? And that was where I started. I started right there from the call center as a call center agent. I had to start from the lower ranks, grow up, but one thing is this: Virgin paid so much attention to training internally, equipping people internally. And if you look at the sector today, any airline, I don't know if I'm right, Victor, any airline you want to look at in Nigeria today, any airline, tell me I'm lying if you are here, you will see a Virgin somewhere at the top. If it's not a VP, it's a country manager, it's a senior manager, it's a head of cabin. Nigeria, am I lying? There's no airline, even within the banking industry, you see them there. From banking, even in the oil and gas. Because of the investment they put into capacity building. They said, look, he said something earlier. Government should be the custodian of aviation, because aviation is a healthy security item. When you talk about aviation, it's a healthy security item. That's why in places like America, most of the airports are owned by the government because of the security threats it can bring into the country. So if you have an institution like government that also have the regulators, and he was saying something, he's wondering why the regulators are not doing their work. The regulatory agency is controlled by politicians. When aviation is controlled by politicians, you can never focus on capacity building. Never. Aviation should not be under the control. The Aviation industry should not be under the control of Ivy Serika. I will say it to his face anytime. He's a politician. Politicians don't run aviation in normal crimes where things work. When politicians get involved, you see all the mess that we're seeing, and the NCAA should be the one that should be the custodian of that sector. There is even an act that set them up in 2006 that allows them to be fully autonomous, but till date, they will not allow that. The politicians keep printing down on the head of the regulators, telling them which direction to go, which way to go, and that will impact on us being able to institutionalize the process of capacity building within the industry. I wish we had data. I wish all the airlines in Nigeria could work together and collaborate. If the airlines in Nigeria could work together and collaborate in being able to set up a mentoring program, because that's where it starts from. I was watching a documentary in China, and I got to understand how people like China and Japan got to where they are. There was a classroom. What do you call all these nursery schools? Year one, what do you call preschool? They are just 5, 6, 7-year-old kids. Guess what? Professors in engineering, people that have developed a lot of things in robotics, were the ones that were in class engaging those children. They were engaging them right from age 4, 5, 6 on things about robotics, young engineering stuff, right from there. And they were involved in even in the process. If school is for 3 months, they were involved in all those processes. Right there and then, those children started picturing a future. Because the people that were involved were people that passed through a process. You can say they are retired, but they are not retired. But because that society has set up a mentoring program, it has been institutionalized. That everything you have learned, everything you have put into, everything you have developed, you need to go back and begin to impact into the younger generation. But sadly in Africa, we don't do that. Mostly in Nigeria, people die with all their skills and knowledge. They are always afraid if I impart. No, they will steal my idea. No, I can't. You can imagine the number of seasoned pilots Nigeria has. And I ask myself a question, how many of them are even mentoring the younger people? How many of them even have an initiative, a foundation that is put in place where they all come together and even enhancing the younger ones? I have a lot of young female pilot friends. Some of them 200 hours, and that's always the challenge. When they get to those airlines, they say, you don't have enough hours. How? Those airlines should begin to set up a mentoring program internally. Because ANCAS cannot just be turning out pilots without working with those airlines in Nigeria, where you have a mentoring program being set up. Let me give you a practical example of this. You have, in Nigeria now, most of the training school, aviation training companies you have, most of them are just teaching on fares, reservation and ticketing. Most of them. Go and check, about 90% of them, that is their core competence. Go and check, whatever they want to do, fares, reservation, ticketing, that's what most of our customers are, that's what the core of them teach. I've taught a few of them before. And only one of them that I've seen, I won't do free advert for him. Only one of them I've seen as a sound mentoring and capacity training program. And this guy, sound guy, he used, whenever he finishes training, his training program is about 2, 3, 4 weeks. He has a partnership with Virgin Atlantic Culture and Tourism Institute in UK that has an IATA certification that is in Egypt. But you know what this guy does? After your program is over, it puts you on a retainership on a mentoring program within his own organization. He has about 20 branches spread across Nigeria. It depends on where you are. It will position you there to go learn on the job for a month. And they sit on the month, they are seeing the real life bookings, how the bookings are done, how tickets are made, customer issues for a month. And you know what he does? Any one of them that he discovers is very good, he retains them. The ones that are not very good, some of them want to work on their own, but they have learned their art. So he has been able to raise up a lot of home-based travel agencies through that process. And most of them, you know what, they end up issuing their tickets through him. Talk about a brilliant man. He's been running that business since 1997. He just stumbled upon that. He used his training school to raise travel premiums, people that work for themselves. And at the same time, he uses it as a place where he gets results of people that can help him open all his branches, work in all this. So that's somebody that is thinking. It's not just training people and throwing them out there, but he's setting up a system within his organization where there's mentoring, where there's also capacity building. So he has ended up institutionalizing it. And those are the kind of things I think NCAT should be looking at doing. These guys don't just come out, and at the end of the day, what goes? And the airlines begin to tell them you don't have enough hours. I think we should begin to enact policies that will force these airlines to have a mentoring program. Because you need, local content. We have to be selfish in this country. I was entering, was it Etihad plane or Ethiopia, I've forgotten. And there was a banter between, just a normal banter. I said, we have taken 3 of your pilots in your airline. They were telling her, we just pushed 3 of your pilots. You're very right. Etihad and I think Ethiopia, they said, we just pushed 3 pilots from maybe Airpeace, we just pushed another 3 from this airline, and that is what is happening. So if we are not going to make a policy, it has to be a deliberate action plan. Then you make a policy that, look, you are flying into our country. This is the quota. This is the quota we will give you on the number of pilots that can be on your aircraft operate. If you have, so that's the way you begin to build capacity. If it has to be a mentoring program, so be it. Let them join and begin to acquire the hours. There are so many of them now. One of them was even sending me a message. I have a message on my website. He said he wants to sell his car because there's nothing to get a job. He wants to sell his car. I said, don't sell that car. He said, I want to sell the car. Bros, I said, I'm tired. He spent money for training in Florida. He spent money for training in Canada. He was certified on both Boeing and Airbus. But this guy doesn't have a job. And that is what we need to start focusing on. How do we institutionalize a mentoring program, a training program? It must be something that must be institutionalized. It's not just about talking about it and all that. And that is the only way that we can attract young people like this into the industry. Because when you start talking, what does revenue management mean? I'm sure now you are wondering, airline, there is something called revenue management. And even in Nigeria, they are scarce. There are not so many of them. They are very scarce. I can count, I can only count maybe about 10 of them that are well trained and maybe about 5 that are well grouped. It's a great opportunity. Maybe you start thinking, revenue management, airline, what's it about? Go and do a research on it. Commercial systems. Commercial systems, what's it about? Most of the airlines in Nigeria don't even know how to do branding. You see some of their branding is like their road transport. You understand? Branding, sales and marketing, schedule planning. So there are a lot of opportunities, but the thing is, we have not been able to create a system, a process where we institutionalize things and we make mentoring. Mentoring is something that, mentoring and capacity building is something that should be one of the things airlines in Nigeria should be pushed to do. I think the regulators should start looking at they should look at a way, how would I put it? It's part of what should be their rating. Like Victor said, succession plan. When you are exiting this kind of, these pilots have accrued the number of years and is exiting, what's the succession plan? Who are the people that will take over from there? He's talking about, Mama J's analysis, talking about the number of pilots, technicians that Nigeria needs. There are a lot of them that are even trained, they don't even have a job. So what's the plan? How do you integrate them into that system? And another thing I want to mention, so I just have about 3, 4 minutes, 3 minutes more, I think. So basically, you know what capacity building does for us? Capacity building helps us to stop the dependency on foreign people, experts. When we create and institutionalize capacity building within Nigeria. We'll stop the dependence on foreign aid, foreign support. One airline wants to start thinking of operating, and they were applying to use CRJ. There are no CRJ engineers in Nigeria. No CRJ, Cycle 200, no engineers in Nigeria. Because the guy now is now thinking of, I need to do an ACMI. And when you are doing ACMI means, what I mean by ACMI is, maintenance, insurance, crew, and pilots. Most of the time, when airlines want to set up, I'm talking to the students, when they want to set up, most of the time, they either do what you call a dry or wet base, or they do ACMI. So when you own your aircraft yourself and you buy it yourself directly, so most of the time you own you pay for your insurance, you do your maintenance yourself, your crew, pilots, everything you own. But when you don't have the skill sets to manage that aircraft, you definitely have to do something what you call ACMI. You buy it through somebody else, and